Shalom Akim, Kahalalim Na, Yahab Bashim Yahshab Bashim Rakakudash, and double honest to great Muslim apostles. Thoude Yahshab for giving me the power and to make this video as well. And Shalom again, once more. And this is pretty much a wrap-up video, which is the part 2 of the first video that I did, which is called From Misery to Joy and Servitude to Authority. Because, you know, Israel being a lower state, as I mentioned in the previous video, they're not going to remain in this this low state forever, man. There's going to be a transition in power, which I made a video a long time ago. I'll probably make another video related to the transition in power again. Which really this video goes into a little bit as well. But we know that really goes into the authority of Israel in the kingdom of Yahushua to come. You know, we're not going to be always in this lower state forever, you know, having to work jobs, having to have servitude under Esau, Edom, having to pretty much be subject under payments, referring to taxes here, and pretty much all other forms of payments and debts, you know. So we're not going to be in this state forever where we have to keep being the tail and we won't be the head. In the kingdom of Yahushua, Israel is going to be the head, starting from the 1/3 elect and then down onwards, man, to the 2/3 that are going to be reborn in the kingdom to come. But of course, they're going to go into the kingdom the hard way. But anyways, let me try and get the precepts I was going to get. Because we've got to keep meditating upon this. We've got to always remind ourselves that we won't be in this position forever. There's going to come a point where Esau, Edom, is going to think that he's going to achieve all these agendas. You know, the transhumanism one. You know, you got the transformer one as well. You know, because, you know, transhumanism and the transformer one, which is really, you know, reference to that community. Brothers should know what I'm talking about. You know, that's their agenda, you know, to start putting chips into people's brains, into people's bodies. So that's, again, the mark of the beast. You know, you got a Neuralink chip. That's one right there that Elon Musk is working on. He's already started the human trials. If he hasn't started, I think they said he was about to start it, or he's close to starting it at least. So, you know, the faster that comes in, the faster the prophecy of Esau's kingdom then falling down comes through, man. You know, Babylon's gonna fall, and of course, World War III is gonna happen, and again, Yahushua is gonna come in, and then it's a clean slate from there, man. It's a clean slate. You know, wiping out all these idols, philosophies that's causing Israel confusion, you know, putting them in the... But at the same time, you know, it's Yahweh's will to put certain 2/3 in that vain philosophy, man. But anyways, I'm going off a tangent. I was going to get precepts. But yeah. Boys, this is going to be a clean slate once Esau falls, man. Everything back in order, everything back in the rightful positions. Which again, as a reminder, as I mentioned in the previous video, the reason why we're in this state is because we went against the Most High. You know, we disobeyed him, going back to the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. You know, verse 15, it talks about curses that will happen if we didn't listen to the Most High, Yahweh. So, of course, that's why we're in this position right now. And of course, though we'll be in this position, the scriptures do cheer us up as well, you know, with faith, because we know these things to come are not light things to understand. You know, imagine being able to understand that you're going to get spiritual power soon. Yaharatazar, of course. But with those new bodies, you know, there's going to be a lot of capabilities, man. A lot of capabilities. And, you know, when you look at channels like, I think it's Manatazakba, Manatazak Banyaman. I think the channel where either that channel or Ashayar's channel, where they do these visualizers of spiritual power, man. You know, that's the thing. So in that time to come, you know, Jacob's trouble, as it says in the scriptures, I think in Psalms 110, when the enemy comes in as a flood, then shall Yahweh Bashim Yashai raise a standard against them, man. That standard is going to be far higher, a far higher level of power against Esau, Edom, of which their military ain't going to be nothing against us. You know, I remember a brother had a dream. I'll get the precepts. I'll get the precepts soon. I remember a brother had a dream. This was probably about a year ago or something that I watched this video where he had a dream. He had spiritual power. I don't know where he was, but I think it was a mixture of things. I think the dream, either it was two separate dreams or it was that combined, into one. Or basically in that dream, whether it was separate or not, in that dream there was Leviathan, and then it's like Leviathan had offspring as well that was going around the sea, attacking or pretty much bringing the judgment of Yahweh, man. And pretty much Leviathan himself looked down at one of the brothers and then told him that you got the seal or you got the mark. But when they say mark, it's not talking about the mark of the beast, but the seal of which Yahweh is going to put upon his elect men, which I think is in Revelation 14. In fact, before I get let me actually get Revelation 14 and see if it's actually there. Because, there's going to be a seal for the elect, the 1/3, to then protect them so that, spirits know, okay, leave those guys and then just deal judgment upon those of which do have the mark of the beast. That's essentially how it's going to go, man. The seal is there so that certain spirits can then stay away from, Yahweh Tazar from us. That's why, when you go into Job 5 verse 2, Job chapter 5 verse 19 and onwards, it talks about the fact that we're going to be in league with the stones and the beasts of the field, man. At destruction thou shalt laugh, roughly paraphrasing. And speaking of the seal, it says here, Revelation chapter 14 verse 1, and I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000 having his father's name written in their foreheads. So of course having the name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. So of course that's part of it right there. But of course, though you have the name, it don't mean that you're fully, certified for salvation. That's the thing. Because he who endures to the end. So of course we got to endure whatever affliction, suffering that we have to go through until salvation into those chariots, man. Until we meet Yahweh Shai and they'll get that crowning in the chariots, Yahweh Tazah. So that's how far we got to keep enduring for, man. Until the very moment of salvation. Till we're in those chariots, basically. So yeah, obviously the name of Yahweh Shai is essential, but it don't mean that you're certified for salvation. That's the thing. That's why we have to pray for mercy and constantly keep enduring. But yeah, I was gonna get another precept as well. But yeah, speaking of, so that was one of his dreams. Another dream as well that I was supposed to say was that the brother had was where he was in, I don't know, some kind of a prison cell or something, but metallic structure. But the thing is, when he was escaping, I guess I can't remember it too vividly, but I did remember that key part that he said. When he was probably trying to escape in a dream, and then when he was trying to go through a metal door, which was probably hefty from what I recall in the dream. The metal door, the hefty metal door, felt like butter. Now imagine that in the time to come. You may be in prison, and of course, when you're trying to escape the prison bars or wherever they lock people in prison with the metal chains or whatnot, imagine just using your mere strength, which is really the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yashai Harakha Kodash, man, the spiritual power. The thing is, imagine then having the spiritual power to then break through the metal bars with ease. Like as a brother said, it felt like butter when he was pretty much breaking through the metal, man, the metal door. So of course we're coming into times where we're gonna see miracles of which have not happened before, man. And as Yahweh Shai said, greater work shall you do. So let me get that. Greater work shall ye do. Alright, let me wait. Come on, this is John 14, verse 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, this is Yahushua speaking, by the way, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. So, of course, he that believeth in Yahushua, man, in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, greater works shall he do. So, in that time to come, there's going to be miracles of which brothers are doing, of which may have not even been put in their mind, man. As you know, we see these superhero movies. You know, you had like Black Adam. Of course, that was one that came out recently. You know, he had some type of lightning powers as well, and super strength and flight. You know, you have all these type of heroes, man. Flash, Superman, all that type of strength, man. That's the thing. In that time to come, brothers are gonna have different type of abilities, man. Even in the time to come as well, only Yahweh Shem Yahshua truly knows what will happen to certain brothers, man. So, you know, we gotta keep praying and keep enduring. Imagine them being able to pause time and, you know, play around with Esau's flipping minions, man. You know, in that time to come, in terms of spiritual power. You know, as the enemy comes in as a flood, so shall the Lord raise a standard. Roughly paraphrasing. I think it should be in Psalms 110. If it's not, I'll just search the words. I think it should be in Psalms 110. Actually, no, it's not. That's that people shall be willing the day of their power. Alright, where? Maybe Isaiah. I'm not sure. Go on, yeah, it was in Isaiah. So Isaiah 59 verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood. The Spirit of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall lift up a standard against him. So of course, when the enemy floods in, man, that's when the standard is going to be lifted, man. That's when the spiritual power is going to be, what's the word? It's going to rise within certain brothers, man. You know, which Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua ordains for it to happen. And at that time to come is going to be a very powerful feeling, man. A very powerful feeling. You know, and that's during the time of Jacob's trouble as well. But yeah, let me get some precepts as well, because you know, and that's part of the joy as well, man. Being able to get vengeance upon, I mean, yeah, you know, through the Spirit of Yahweh Shemashah, execute judgment upon these heathens, and also Esau and his minions, man. In that time to come, whatever he's got, whether it be super soldiers, robotic soldiers, whatever Esau's got hidden away, and he's gonna use for to get to the men of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that's not going to be nothing for us to fear, man, because we're going to have the Spirit upon us and then destroy all the vanities of Esau, man. That's really what it comes down to, because his power is vain, it's carnal. I know carnality is nothing against spiritual power. It's nothing. Hence why, you know, having a power like Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you know, we should have nothing to fear initially. And that's where, you know, the faith then grows stronger, man. But let me get these few precepts and I'll probably wrap up. Because, you know, as the top says, misery to joy, servitude to authority, man. Speaking of authority. Yeah, I'm just getting the precepts right now. So this is gonna happen in the kingdom, man. When the clean slate is pretty much done, you know, Yahushua has wiped out the place, Esau's nonsense and vanities and whatnot. You know, Babylon's destroyed. You know, they let men out in the chariots. And when we're coming down, set up Yahushua's kingdom, you know, this is what's gonna happen as well. And over time, we're gonna get more and more of it. the blessings from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So this is one of them. Leviticus chapter 25 verse 44. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. And I remember when another brother as well, he's in the DC camp. I think his channel is what's his channel? I think his channel name is Zebulon Warrior. The thing is, I remember when there was a video a long time ago. This was like early in the truth, man. Around early in the truth for me, really, which was around I think 2020. Yeah, probably late 2020. Not when I came in, but rather when I saw the video. So I remember when the brother mentioned about an intergalactic slave trade, man. Because when the scriptures talk about in my father's house there are many mansions. When Yahushua said that, the thing is that's referring to the planets. And when the brother said there's going to be an intergalactic slave trade, it means that obviously heathens are going to be going from planet to planet, not to rule over them, as as the Esau got plans right now. As Elon Musk wants to go to Mars as well. So Esau's got his vain plans. But the thing is, in our kingdom, the only reason why a heathen will be on our planets would be to serve us. That's simply what it is. For our intended purpose for them on that planet, man. To do our will. So that's when the authority then comes in, man. Being able to rule over these heathens, rightfully so. So come on, let me get the final precepts. Because, man, we're the servants currently. And we just have to endure it for the time being. Until it's our time, which will be for an eternity, for us to rule over them. And yeah, that's the way things are going to be naturally, man. That's the way things are going to be. Okay. And yeah, man, this ultimately wraps up what I was saying the whole time in the video about Esau's kingdom. So this is Isaiah 14 verse 5. The Lord Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. And the thing is, of course, as one rulership ends, another rulership begins, man. And really, with all these different ages in the past, where you got Esau ruling, Ishmael, and whatever other nations that were ruling in the past. The thing is, they had their time, and of course, it's now finally time to put things in righteous order, and that's gonna be forever, man, eternity. And that's when Israel comes up, man. That's when Yahushua is gonna be, ruling over everyone, the whole universe, and of course, Israel is gonna be in their rightful positions from the elect, the 1/3. And of course, the 2/3 being reborn and purified through the elect, man. So that's pretty much the lesson right there, okay? And yeah, man, Esau's kingdom is gonna fall. We just have to keep going. We won't be in this state forever, which is a constant reminder for ourselves. Even if we're in our states of low affliction, we never know when. We never know when I think Esau will then throw us into prisons, man, as it says in Revelation 2, verse 9 or 10. Yeah, I think either one of those verses where, some of you shall be cast into prison, but we never know. Whatever we need to suffer through during prison, or whatever we need to suffer through during Jacob's trouble, always know we won't stay in this state of misery forever. Kingdom come, Yahweh Tazar, we'll be worthy to receive salvation, man. And of course, Yahushua has mercy on us. Yahweh Tazah. But yeah. Shalom Akim, Ka Halalim La, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Ruach Kudash. And once more, double honors to the great Muslim apostles and Thawday Yahushua for the power to make this video as well. Amen.